So wonderful to have with us Judith Agu from Vice Province of Nigeria.
Yes.
And I would request you to, could you share a little more about yourself?
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity. I am Judith Agu. I'm a lawyer by profession. And back home in the Vice Province of Nigeria, I am the national president of the Confraternity of Our Mother of Perpetual Help, a group that has over 15,000 members.
Wow.
Yeah, lay partners. And in Africa and Madagascar, I also head the commission for shared missions. And still in the Vice Province of Nigeria, we have the commission at the local units. I also head the commission. And I'm a lay missionary of the Most Holy Redeemer.
Wow.
Yeah.
So many responsibilities and happy to hear you all that you have been doing, and you are as a person being a lay partner associating with your Redemptorist family.
Yeah.
And as you see yourself present in this second week of the 26th General Chapter, how do you, what are your expectations being in this part of this chapter?
Okay. This is my first chapter.
Wow.
So if I tell you that I had expectations, that might not be absolutely correct.
Okay.
First, I'm grateful to the congregation for
Wonderful.
this opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm not taking it for granted at all. And I came with an open mind to learn, to interact, to get to know more about the congregation. Because this is the first time I'll be meeting with a larger group at the level of the chapter. And I was also hoping that whatever contributions I make, whatever I say will help the congregation come up with its final words that will help the congregation move forward. So my expectation was just to come with an open heart, learn, meet people, and also make valuable contributions, which I hope
Yeah.
we're achieving.
When we hope for the better, things work out in a larger way.
Yes.
As a lay partner, how do you see or visualize yourself back in Africa, back in your Vice Province of Nigeria, and how you see your presence being a lay partner?
For me personally, it's been wonderful, especially with the support we've received from the unit superiors in Africa. They have been quite open to shared missions. And in the Vice Province of Nigeria specifically, special thanks to my Vice Provincial Superior, Father Joteri Aroja and his council, they've opened their arms to welcome our lay partners. They are part of what we do. They have assigned priests to work with different groups that we have in Nigeria, because in the Vice Province of Nigeria, we have different forms of lay partners. We have the lay associate groups. The members of the confraternity are lay associates, and the members of the League of St. Gerard Magella. That has about 6,000 members as at date. So they assigned priests to accompany our lay partners spiritually and to guide them administratively. And also we have Redemptorist oblates, about 7 of them in the Vice Province of Nigeria, who are still part of the Redemptorist family. Whenever we have events, we invite them, and we also use them as resource persons when we have formation. Some of them are vicars, diocesan vicars. Some of them are successful men and women in various fields, the oblates now. Okay. So we tap from their wealth of experience to mentor the younger lay partners. And we also have our lay collaborators, a different group. We have them as Friends of Redemptorists. We have them as Redemptorist Youth Vocation Ministry members. So all these have priests assigned by the council to accompany each group. So it makes it a lot easier to know what each group is doing and be a part of it. So there's strong Redemptorist presence. Everybody feels like part of a big family. And that has really helped us a lot. Yes.
Yeah, when in the process, we are in the process of restructuring, and when we see Africa as a whole, all the units and all the members very actively working on this area. But as a lay partner, how do you see connecting to all the units, and how you visualize as working together?
Okay, I was privileged to be at the meeting, the assembly in Kenya, where they finalized the restructuring plan. And from that time, I saw it as a target that we had to meet, even at the level of our lay partners. So we started to synergize amongst ourselves within all the units. I've been privileged to visit some of them, like Zimbabwe, Burkina Faso, Ghana, before they became.
That's true.
So we visited.
Very important.
Yes, and we started telling them that you are not just a lay partner for your unit. You are now going to be part of a bigger group. So whatever we do now, we created a lot of online platforms. When we have, for instance, the Feast of St. John Magella last year, we celebrated it online with lay partners from all over Africa and Madagascar. We tried to do the novenas together. We prayed together. We had to translate some of the prayers to French.
Wow.
Because we have both languages. And we got people to moderate from both sides. And with this, there's synergy. We're beginning to see ourselves as one. The cloth I'm wearing is actually for Zimbabwe.
Wow, wonderful.
So it just shows the level of interaction.
Oh, yes.
So for our lay partners, they've embraced the restructuring. They are happy about it. And we're all looking forward to gathering at an international level where we exchange ideas. So it's beautiful. We see it as a good thing, and we're open to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Yeah, when it comes to today, whenever we hear a lot of kidnapping and the killings and the burning of the churches, and so many disturbing things are happening. And then the second day, in fact, the Vice Provincial Jotero, even he through a testimony, gave us a witness of how the work is being done, the work of evangelization. And just would like to ask you, could you share some of the challenges that you have and you face as a lay partner?
Yes, the feelings were, in fact, insecurity is a major challenge within Africa, but I think specifically in the Vice Province of Nigeria, it's a major issue because it appears some part of the country is cut off. People don't want to go there, the northern part of the country, because of these issues of kidnapping. We have this terrorist group, Boko Haram, that have been terrorizing that area. But that is where partnership works.
That's true.
A lot of priests are being kidnapped, and we don't want to continue to risk their lives by sending them to such areas that are prone to this risk of kidnap. So what we do is to try to empower people who are locals within those areas. For instance, there's a reverend sister in the northern part who just warmed up to our charism, Redemptorist charism and spirituality. And even when I was coming here, she called to tell me that she's going to the northern part to evangelize and make our Mother Perpetual Help known. To us, it brings succor to the people when you give them the icon and let them know that these times will soon be over. But not everybody can afford to go there, especially the priests. So we send more of lay people. And it's amazing what is happening. Some of them have been displaced. They are now in internally displaced persons camps, all those people who ran away from. So we visit them at the camps, we encourage them with the word, and we share what we have, both materially and the spiritual, like the icon. And some are in prison. We are not losing hope on those who have been. So we also visit
Wonderful
them.
to see the work's being done and things are going on in that.
Yes, but we are praying, and we hope that others will join us in prayers and all this will soon be over.
Yeah, wonderful to hear that.
Yes.
And maybe you could share maybe some of your visions or maybe a message for all those men, women, those who are interested and they look forward to join the Redemptorists in the work of evangelization.
Yes, what I'm about to say, I'm not saying it just because I'm part of the Redemptorist family, I know that back home there are so many congregations within Africa and Madagascar, but the strength of the Redemptorist congregation is that we are the ones who are closest to the people.
Wow.
Because of our grassroots approach to evangelization. We are ready to go down to the poorest poor, and we're ready to go to places that others feel they shouldn't go to. And that's a strength for me, and it's a plus for the congregation. It helps within Africa, considering the level of poverty, considering the level of illiteracy in some areas, that we still have a congregation who will not bother about all that, and they are ready to live with the people. So my message is, they are welcome, the family is big enough to welcome, and there's something for everyone to do.
Wow.
Both the professed and the lay. For instance, when I visited Zimbabwe, there's a brother there, Brother Kenneth, he's on the commission, who is the one in charge of the lay partners. I found it quite amazing how he could sing the local songs, dance with them, and you're able to do that because you're connected with the people. And when I went to the vice province of Matadi, the priest who is coordinating the lay partners has to travel maybe almost 24 hours to come to the city to be with them. It's a whole lot of sacrifice. They're staying in remote areas, and looking at all that, I believe that this is the congregation for today. It's also the congregation for the future, because the future of the church is in partnership with the laity. I don't think there'll ever be a time we'll have enough priests and brothers such that everyone can have access. But with our lay partners, we're able to go to those areas where the priests can even reach. So I encourage everyone to be part of it in any way you can. You may not be a lay missionary. You could just be a benefactor who supports financially. You could also join any of the associate groups and keep supporting spiritually. There's a place for everyone. That's true.
So thank you, Judith, for your time, your words of inspiration, and wonderful to hear all that you have been doing, and wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for being with us.
Thank you for this opportunity. God bless you.
Thank you.